Unrest in Charlottesville, Virginia. Tensions remain high a day after a car slammed into a group of counter-protesters, killing at least one woman and injuring several others.
And a day later, calls for peace here in West Michigan. We will take you to two rallies where demonstrators are spreading love as we look live at one of them happening in Grand Rapids.
Right, that's happening right now, and Evan Dean reports from there in just a moment. But right now, we want to get to our team coverage that begins on the ground in Charlottesville. NBC's Jay Gray is there live. Jay, what has today been looking like down there?
It's out to shot now, guys. They're saying shot.
Yeah, Heather, Leon, as you might imagine, a very rough day here, very tense day as well. Look, we want to let the viewers know some of what you're about to see may be a bit disturbing here. This is where it all happened. You can see the growing memorial behind me here. We've seen crowds here throughout the day as well. And we now know the Department of Justice has formally opened a civil rights investigation into the situation here. There is an uneasy tension here, boiling over this afternoon as counter-protesters shouted down, then eventually forced out a Unite the Right organizer trying to talk to the media. It is the latest in what has been 24 hours of chaos and carnage in Charlottesville after police say 20-year-old James Alex Fields Jr. used his car as a weapon, plowing into a crowd of people protesting a gathering of alt-right, white nationalists and neo-Nazis who had gathered to oppose the removal of a Robert E. Lee statue. 32-year-old Heather Heyer died in the attack. 19 were injured. Brennan Gilmore shot this video as the horror unfolded in front of him.
He targeted this crowd very clearly. There's no question of anyone who witnessed it that his intent was to cause a mass casualty incident.
Virginia Governor Terry McAuliffe agrees.
To the white supremacists and the neo-Nazis who came to our beautiful state yesterday, there is no place for you here in Charlottesville. There is no place for you in Virginia. And there is no place for you in the United States of America.
McAuliffe began his Sunday like so many here, searching for help and healing.
Let us use hope. Let us use today to reach out to our fellow citizens. Put your hand out to help them. Let us show these people that we are bigger than them. We are stronger than them.
A difficult task in a city still on edge tonight. Now, the suspect in the attack is being held without bail right now. He's expected to be arraigned on several charges tomorrow, including second-degree murder. That's the latest live here in Charlottesville, Virginia. Heather, Leon, back to you.
Wow, the video tells that story so well. Jay, while we have you on this suspect, we heard you mention the second-degree murder charge. Is there any talk of charges related to either terrorism or hate crimes in addition to that second-degree murder charge?
Yeah, Leon, all of that being considered right now, and there are a lot of people here who obviously want something along those lines to be a part of these charges. That's something that will have to be worked out. And as we talked about earlier, the Department of Justice as well as the FBI involved in this as well now. So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out.
All right, Jay Gray reporting live where it's clearly still active there tonight. Jay, thank you.
Thank you. Well, back home, a rapid response to this violence as hundreds are gathering in cities across West Michigan to stand for equality and denounce the white supremacists that converged on Virginia.
24-hour News 8's Evan Dean is live in Grand Rapids with what's happening there as we speak tonight. Evan.
Leon and Heather, good evening. The group gathered just about an hour ago. You could see hundreds of people have converged onto Rosa Parks Circle, and in just a few minutes, so we're actually expecting this group to start to march, and they're going to be going through town. They're going to head to Anabawan Park, where there will be some sort of candlelight vigil held tonight at 7 o'clock. That will be in solidarity with the victims of the attacks down in Virginia. And the group here, the message, it's seen pretty clearly in some of the signs, in some of the messages. They are condemning the white supremacists that gathered in such large numbers down in Charlottesville. You might be able to actually hear "Good night, white pride" is the message ringing out. and they're trying to unite people, trying to bring people together. We did hear from several speakers. Here's one just a few moments ago. Take a listen.
Stand in solidarity every single chance you get. Speak loud, speak long, and speak from your heart. Because let me tell you something. The color of your skin matters less than what's going on in your heart. That is what matters. The thing that makes us human is our ability to empathize and sympathize with others. And it's that empathy that brought you here today.
Now, there also was another large gathering that took place in Kalamazoo earlier today. That was put on by Kzoo, a socialist group. They had several speakers denouncing the white supremacists in Virginia. And John Hoadley, the state rep, is one of those who spoke. Take a listen.
But I want to bring 3 simple messages, and I need you to repeat after me. This is not okay.
This is not okay.
This is not normal.
This is not normal.
We must act.
We must act.
Now, back here live at Rosa Parks Circle, we want to bring your attention to this. A developing situation here right now. There are 2 gentlemen that you'll see in camouflage. One of them, at least in the front, is open carrying, and you can see the people here are upset with their presence. They feel endangered that someone is carrying. I did have a chance to speak with that gentleman who Joe is zooming in on right now, and he said he's a member of the 3 Percenters, which is a group that promotes the constitutionality, in his words, promotes the right to open carry. And but he said that he's here to support the event, and he said that he's here to support everybody, and said that his group, unfortunately, is being mistaken with some of the white supremacists that converged onto Virginia. Obviously, this is a situation that is happening in front of our very eyes, and a clear divide here as tensions start to rise in our own backyard. Just after we saw tensions explode down in Charlottesville, we are going to continue to monitor this scene and try to figure out exactly what is happening here and what the people here want to see happen with these gentlemen in camouflage. But for now, we'll send it back to you guys, as this situation here in our own backyard is raising tensions right now, guys.
All right, let's hope that ends peacefully. The Grand Rapids Police Department is also hoping that they took action right after this terrorist attack in Virginia, beefing up police presence, and they also have a plan in place for the chance that things turn violent here. Tonight, the department is sending a message for peace and order, and we hope that people follow it.
If this doesn't invoke some type of an emotional response, then you probably don't have a pulse, because this is tragic and it should invoke something. But as you work through, as we all work through the pains that are happening there, we keep in mind that this is the result of centuries and centuries going back a long time. So as we continue to work through the issues of today, we are asking that just please keep a mindful presence, to stay law-abiding. We can assemble in a peaceful manner and get our message across peacefully.